But yeah, I think you mentioned you went over to the US.
Yeah, just came back.
So that like we've been told that pretty much like what tends to happen here is that like people will get big and then just move over to the US.
yeah,
Is that your plan? What do you think about people that do that?
I don't know. It's definitely like that's the most common thing here for sure because Australia's just kind of it's too small to really do anything like grand. Like it, I don't know. It's just a very small place. And there's a lot of tall.
This feels so big to me.
We got a massive island, but there's fuck all people here.
Yeah.
All right, before you go on it, we'll come back to your point. But first of all, I've got a conspiracy theory about this place.
It's not real.
It ties in.
No. We had a friend that thought it wasn't real and that you got dropped off in Chile instead.
He still
And
thinks that, by the way.
He still thinks that, but we need
thinks
to FaceTime him so we can show him. But that is not my conspiracy. My conspiracy is that the population of Australia claims to be 25 million. That's cap. Yeah, there is at least 100 million people on this fucking island.
If you drive out of Melbourne for an hour,
Yeah.
you will see like such barren countryside that you're like, I completely understand.
No, because we
I
drove
think that
down
as
from
well.
Brisbane all the way to Sydney. It was busy the
'cause
whole
that's
way
populated.
down.
Yeah.
Sydney to Melbourne's, it's not. And it's like, because only the outside of Australia is inhabitable because you can't, there's like indigenous communities in the middle, but it's too hot to live and nothing grows really.
Yeah.
So a lot
all
of
like
Australia's
desert.
uninhabited.
I don't care that I've seen traffic and it is mad traffic as well.
That's what everyone was
Why
saying.
would
LA traffic was horrible. I think Melbourne traffic at school time is worse than LA traffic.
Really?
Yeah.
Traffic
Don't you
was
think?
bad,
I
yeah.
think you don't. Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah, I've heard downtown LA is like I've seen those videos of it just like going on and on. It like adds another 2 hours onto your journey. Or
I
whatever.
heard another conspiracy theory about the middle of Australia that it was, I can't remember if it was the Japanese or someone else were using
yeah,
it as
this is
like a
interesting.
military nuclear training base. What?
Yeah.
Fuck?
Nah,
And
I'm
because
fucking
it's-
with that one too. Don't worry,
because
Proddy, I
it's-
back that.
It's so big, they're just dropping nukes in
Yeah,
this
they
car.
don't give a
can't- you
shit.
know-
I'm actually legally not allowed to answer my opinion on that.
But yeah, I reckon like shit goes down in the middle of Australia. If you're telling me that it's like it's just a barren wasteland, bro, don't like. There's like an Area 51 type of thing,
I was
right?
just
Should
about
have
to say,
visited it.
there could be an Area 51 in the middle of Australia. And
Oh.
no one would fucking know
I'd
because...
say it's more than likely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the UK, it's like there's just people everywhere.
Yeah,
That
there's no
tiny
way you
little
could do it
block
in
of
the
land that you
UK.
have.
Yeah.
And you know what I think? Because Australia's all just UK and like Irish prisoners. Why would you guys send like the fucking
no,
robbers here
yeah, no, I
and then
get
not
you.
inhabit this massive like block of land for yourself?
Yeah, that is such a good question. How come, right? So supposedly, like, we sent people over here. Now, my history knowledge is pretty poor, so please correct me if I'm wrong, right? But we sent people over here. We just sent them on like the sickest holiday. Like this place is fucking. The weather is amazing.
Is that how it went?
Who fucking chose for us to stay there? If you had a choice between the two
Yeah.
places to
We
live,
got
there's a
fucked.
pretty obvious decision to be made here.
Yeah, it's fucking
Like
raining.
I want to. Did the
feel-
Queen make that decision? Who made that decision?
Nah, but I feel
Oh,
like,
speaking of RIP.
yeah, all right.
All the
Your
Americans saying
Majesty.
it doesn't matter.
By the way, do you
Get
see she
fucked.
got a 1 out of 10 on her funeral?
Oh,
Wait, what?
She got a 1 out of 10 on her funeral.
Was that
Yeah,
like a
she got
Yelp
the-
ranking?
she
Like,
got
you
a
know when you
record.
upload a YouTube video,
1 of
you get a
10.
ranking out of 10.
Oh.
She got 1 out of 10 on that, bro. It
On
did
what
like
YouTube
4
channel?
billion.
4 billion. I
4
took an
billion
L. I
viewers.
said it wouldn't do the most. I've got a bet on, though, that the next moon landing in 2025 will do more viewers.
I was
than the
actually
Queen.
going to say a conspiracy theory I believe is that we never went to the moon.
Ooh.
Oh, you're that guy. Wow.
Well, I
So
just
you'll be tuning into the next moon landing then, right?
saying
when's
it's
that going to
cap.
be?
2025. I think that's when we're going back.
Yeah, but that-
will you be watching it like on TV?
Oh, probably not. I'll watch the highlights on YouTube afterwards.
What's the TikTok of
Does
it?
not, that doesn't help my point at all.
No, but okay, but this is my thing, right? So if you don't believe in the moon landing,
Yeah.
right? And let's say you're there like, okay, well, just watch it in 2025. Surely you're less likely to believe it in 2025 than back in fucking 19, whenever the fuck we did it. We didn't have green screen back then. We got green screen now. We got CGI.
See, I'm hoping,
Yeah, but have you
like-
seen that video where this guy tries to get all of the 6 or however many
Are you a flat earther?
passengers? A what?
Are you a flat earther? Do you believe that? Earth's
No, God, no. But no,
I
I'm
just
just
need to
saying,
see where on the crazy fucking scale we were.
because I was watching The Shining and then I was like, yeah, it's definitely fake. And then no, there was like this guy and he went up to all the astronauts and he's like, oh, I swear on the Bible that you went to the moon. And they're like, no, I'm not doing it. And not one of them did. And I was like, I don't know why they wouldn't just do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why would you not just do
But
it?
no, but the thing about that is though, like, could you imagine? So they've been hounded for like years and years, and imagine like you have achieved one of the greatest accomplishments, if not the
And people just-
greatest.
people just don't
accomplishment.
believe you.
and people are just constantly saying you fucking lie, you fucking lie. I'm not gonna give them the time of day to be like, I swear on the Bible. Like what? You just go into the shop, some geezer rocks up with the Bible, be like, swear on this.
Yeah, but this time it's going to be
I'm
streamed in
starting to
like
think that
4K.
you guys helped them fake it. Because you
Hey,
seem
man.
pretty defensive about this.
Hey, look, we're close to Spotify. Spotify had people up,
We're
up
just
there.
we're just hoping that we can do the first ever podcast in space.
Yeah, we want to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that would be fucking bang.
Do you want to come up?
TMG.
You want to come up
we'll,
with us?
we'll
Yeah,
zoom.
I'll come up. I'll
We'll zoom you.
zoom in.
Yeah, we'll zoom you.
We'll be like, look, no, actually, that would be great. We should imagine you do your first ever, like, because there will be the first ever space podcast, and you bring a fucking flat earther with you.
Oh, so
Would
we take
you-
you and we're like, look at the fucking
Would
moon.
you go to space if it meant that you could never come back?
Oh,
Like, would you go to Mars
oh.
if it meant you could never
If
come back?
if it meant I was the first person to ever land on Mars, then yes.
What about if you're like number 6?
You push it to number 5, and I'm still doing it.
What do you gain off that though?
Yeah.
I gain
All right,
life.
we'll
I'll
say that
feel
you get
complete.
your name in like a plaque, like on a plaque somewhere. It's like one of the first.
Yeah, like, I'll feel complete, man. I'll feel done.
What about
So
when you get there and it's
fucking
like
dumb, man.
45 minutes later and you're like, this is pretty shit.
No, I
gotta
don't,
eat
I don't think I
MREs.
would. I think I love space so much. I would be like, I'd be ready to.
The novelty would wear
Kick
off
it.
after like a year, though. Not even.
Mate.
No, because
A
I'd be
day.
knowing I'm still
day.
doing
A day.
something. I'm still doing something important, right? Am I setting up a base? Am I doing a little number out there? Am I skirting around on the lunar cars, whatever?
Yeah, I think you just play too many video games, bro. I don't think
No,
it's like that.
just
like,
I'm watching, this is what happens.
what happens if you need to have a wank?
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about that.
So zero gravity nut.
What happens to Space Nut?
Yeah.
Has anyone actually deep this? Because you can't tell me there's like 10 people in a spaceship, all there just like horny as fuck for like years on end.
That's a mad.
I was.
So where do you
Googling.
put your nut?
Maybe
was
the lack
Googling,
of
yeah.
gravity takes away the sex drive. You're just like, I'm floating around. I feel great.
Yeah.
Have you seen how
Yeah.
they sleep? They just sleep floating, standing up in these
Yeah.
little these little zip bags
That's
so they don't
crazy,
float away.
yeah.
I've
I
seen
really
I was like,
would
that
love
would
to
just
experience
weird,
just
yeah.
like, if you ever been on the plane where it goes up, you know about
zero
the planes,
gravity
zero
ones.
gravity planes.
I saw, I didn't know they were a thing until Logan Paul's video, but
Yeah.
that looks sick.
They cost like quite a lot.
the Sidemen did it.
Yeah,
For their show.
Do you know how much it is to go on one?
No, I mean they had the entire plane to themselves. It was
I
in-
thi-
but
I think that's
it
like
was in
40,
Russia.
50
You'd
grand.
struggle to get me to go to Russia.
Oh, is that the
to
only
go
place
on.
you can do it?
Well, that's where they did it. I don't know if it's the
I
only
think
place.
there would be another place that does it. I'm
Probably.
not sure. But anyway, you know how it works. Like the plane goes up.
Yeah.
It's like a big, it's like a passenger plane, and then it nosedives, and then comes
Free
back
fall,
up, and that creates a zero gravity experience.
How long's the
apparently.
experience? Do you
I
know?
think it's literally like a minute at a time.
No, yeah, but you do it a few times. Like,
Oh,
it goes
right,
like
right,
this.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, back to the, sorry, we got so sidetracked.
Sorry,
The
no.
America question. Do I think I'll move there?
Oh shit! Yeah, we got so sidetracked.
You know what? That's my bad. That's my
we
bad.
started
20
talking about
minutes ago.
space nut.
Wow. And the thing is, like, I wanted so badly to keep going on tangents, but I was
No,
like,
no,
I need
no.
to end.
Let's stay.
Because there's probably
you're a
some
better
guy
podcaster
listening
This is
than
about
us.
you. This is your day.
There's some guy driving and he's like, I fucking wish he would have answered that question.